Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, on the Monday after SummerSlam, perhaps the second biggest Raw of the year. My name is Tyler Sumner, and alongside me, my two co-hosts here on the Swiss Sports Show, the Three Count podcast, which is the subpar to the Swiss Sports Show. First of all, we got Grant Flood, the biggest LA Knight fan on the market, who I know is definitely happy after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And then we got perhaps one of the biggest Brock Lesnar fans I know. One of the biggest Cody Rhodes fans I know.
There we go.
Mr. Sam Smith. Sam, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I had some technical issues getting in here. My freaking computer's being a pain in the ass, but we're good. Let's go.
So let's start off with perhaps the biggest botch fest of SummerSlam. The women's triple threat match.
Oh. That was fine.
There was a lot of botches.
I thought you were going with something else, but okay.
There was a lot of botches in that match. I think that first of all, Bianca Belair is a hell of an actor.
Yeah,
I thought she broke her leg.
Sam were texting each other during that moment. I thought, knee goes off the ring post. I'm like, this is a major injury. And, they bring the doctors out. She comes back out 2 minutes later. And what a sell job by Bianca Belair.
Bianca, you worked me. Good job. I swear to God, I thought she was injured. I'm like, oh, no, the trainers are out there. And it was like the real EMTs. Because, like, in WWE, they have their own, like, fake doctors that come out. Those are the real ones that they have backstage. So they legitimately worked me. Good job.
Yeah, now, I will say this. Credit to Asuka, because she had to... Credit to all three of those women, because all three women have never worked together before, except for Bianca and Asuka in one-on-ones. We've never seen a one-on-one match between Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. Never happened before. We never saw a full one-on-one match between Charlotte Flair and... Actually, we did. WrestleMania 34.
Couple of times.
That was
years ago, though.
But credit to Asuka. I think Bianca shouldn't have won the title. Because I think Io should have cashed in on Asuka. It would have been better. But now this sets up for a good feud between Asuka and Io Sky, and we're going to actually talk about that right here. Guys, how happy are you that Io Sky is the new women's champion of the WWE?
I'm pretty happy about it. And kind of when she won the briefcase, I was honestly expecting her to cash in at SummerSlam and win it. And again, I think, I'm a big Asuka fan as well, so I would have preferred her to probably retain the belt. Io Sky cashes in on her, but then storyline purposes, it makes sense. Bianca wins with the injured knee, and then Io cashes in on her. So it made sense. But again, if I was going to write the story, I would have said, Io pins Asuka.
Sam, how do you feel?
I marked out when Io came out. When Io's music hit, which by the way, underrated entrance music. Io's entrance music, the dun 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 dun. I don't know how it goes, but like, I popped when her music hit, and she came running down, and I'm like, and when Io's in the middle rope, he's like, "Come on, come on!" I'm like, "Come on!" Like I'm saying it myself, and then hits the moonsault, which is beautiful, and then which is probably the best moonsault in the business, and then 1, 2, 3. Io Sky wins the women's title. Good job.
I just want to say that the best moonsault belongs to Tiffany Stratton in NXT. Okay. Now, the other women's championship wasn't even defended. They started to build a feud up for this. Rhea Ripley, and I've said this. Everybody's been saying Rhea Ripley's title reign's been good. In my personal defense, guys, I don't think it's been all that because she hasn't really defended it. Now, has she done a wonderful job evolving Dirty Dominic Mysterio's character? Absolutely. That's mommy right there.
Absolutely.
Okay. But we're going to talk more about the Judgment Day in a little bit, but let's focus on Rhea Ripley. I think what should have happened is they should have did a match with Becky and Rhea. I would have paid more money to see Becky and Rhea than Becky and Trish Stratus.
Yeah, but I feel like that feud was going to come out of nowhere because, obviously with Becky and Trish kind of splitting the matches up one right now, and the huge, controversy at Money in the Bank with Trish kind of costing Becky. I don't know. I think right now they're really focused on that feud, and I expect to get that feud in the next pay-per-view. Maybe. Or no, they're fighting on Raw, right?
Yeah, what they're gonna do is Becky and Trish are gonna fight in Raw for us is tonight, but next week in Winnipeg. That was announced.
Oh, okay.
So that was announced. So that's gonna happen next week. What I would do is I'd actually keep going with this Rhea storyline with Liv and Raquel because it made a lot of sense. Raquel gets hurt, Liv comes out to defend her. Apparently, Liv's legitimately hurt. That's not good. She's got like a shoulder injury again. That same shoulder, she came back too quick. But I think there's a story between Rhea and Raquel. Did you see the brawl they had on Monday night? That brawl? Hellacious brawl. There's a match that needs to happen, and Payback's coming up in September. So I think those two got to go at Payback. And then I think you should honestly, if we're going to be perfectly honest here, let's save Rhea and Becky for WrestleMania because that match is WrestleMania worthy, in my personal opinion. That is a main event of WrestleMania worthy match. So if they could put that night one of WrestleMania main event, I'm all in.
Yeah, now let's actually talk about SummerSlam here continuously more. And one thing SummerSlam lacked was the lack of surprises, unlike last year. Last year had a lot of surprises. Now, a lot of people had Randy Orton coming back. A lot of people. His wife did say on an Instagram Live that he was medically cleared, but I guess that's been altered now as another thing has come up. We were all expecting Bray Wyatt to come back.
I didn't expect it. I didn't either.
Bray didn't come back. I will say we were all anticipating The Rock because this is where they had to pull the trigger on Dwayne. And they didn't pull the trigger. And I want to talk about this too, because even if you couldn't bring somebody back, bring call-ups, bring Braun Breaker up. Because your biggest surprise was Omos. Omos Sapiens Rise.
Okay. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed for the Battle Royal too.
Fire Omos train, but that's a whole nother story. Moving on.
Now, I just think you bring up Braun Breaker. The guy, he's feuding with Von Wagner. Who?
Okay, no. Have you seen these promo packages he's been doing the past few weeks on NXT? All right, Von Wagner's gotten over with me, but anyway.
Yeah, but Braun Breaker's been main roster ready for a while now.
That's fair.
No, he has been.
So I gotta ask you guys, who is one guy that you guys would have wanted to see return at SummerSlam?
I mean, Sam, you go first.
No, if you already have somebody, then go.
I don't know. I was thinking because obviously The Rock or that would have been really cool. Randy Orton coming back would have been really cool as well. But honestly, in terms of surprises, I don't know. I think you have a better shot of having Rikishi come out instead of The Rock. So I probably would have said Rikishi, especially after the ending, the betrayal, Roman celebrating in that ring, Rikishi's music hits, and then Roman and Rikishi end in a stare down, or Jimmy and Rikishi end in a stare down. I think it could have ended the show on a massive cliffhanger.
Yeah, instead of Roman just walking away.
Right.
So I don't know if there's a surprise that I was waiting for. I was kind of hoping maybe Randy or The Rock would come out, but I wasn't expecting it. I will say, I know we're going to talk about this later, but during the tribal combat, right, during the main event, I was hoping for all of the bloodline to be there. Not the WWE's bloodline, but the entire bloodline, Rikishi, Afa and Sika, all those guys. I wanted them to be there because I'm pretty sure I did my little research. When something like that happens, all the family comes.
Tribal combat, Oos.
Yes, I wanted all the family to be ringside or behind the barricade, just watching. You know what I mean? It would have made the setting a little more interesting. And I have my own opinions on that match and how I think the match sucked. But moving on, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about, the opening match. Logan Paul versus Ricochet might have been match of the night. It might have been match of the night because
it was second for me.
Yeah, it was second. The first one is Finn versus Seth, but we'll get into that.
There we go.
But my God, Logan Paul, give yourself a round of applause. This young man has adapted to the WWE like I've never seen before, guys. You know, that swinging hurricane neckbreaker off the top rope, the standing 450, both landing on their feet, and then Ricochet catching him on the ground into a Spanish fly.
Yep.
And then the springboard frog splash. Are you kidding me? I can't clip any of it into the podcast because I'll get copyrighted by the WWE. We don't want copyright here.
Nope.
But my God, guys, what did you think of this Logan Paul Ricochet match? Sam, I'll start with you.
Banger. Absolute banger.
In the words of Sheamus, banger after banger after banger.
If it wasn't for Finn and Seth, that was the match of the night. Because those two, like, not only did they tell a story, like, there was a hidden story in there of, like, who's, like, it was pretty much a you-know-what measuring contest between the two of, like, high-flying maneuvers. And, like, there was, like, a story of, like, Logan being the heavyweight, Ricochet being kind of the cruiserweight, Logan Paul kind of dominating, then Ricochet's kind of fighting his way back. Same with Cody and Brock, same thing happened. But they told the story better. Like, Logan Paul was dominating the first, like, say 10 minutes of the match. Ricochet gets back into it a little bit, and then Logan Paul has to cheat to win to beat Ricochet, which kind of elevates Ricochet a little bit, because Ricochet, some of the stuff he was doing in that match, like, ridiculous. The shooting star press was picture perfect, even though the knees got up.
The people's moonsault.
The people's moonsault, I mean, that was amazing. The 630 bump that he took when Logan moved and Ricochet ate it, I cringed. I was like, oh, because I heard an interview that he did recently, and he said that he doesn't like doing the 630 anymore, unless he has to, because it says it hurts. It hurts the most. I'm like, well, yeah, if you're landing on your back and you're flipping like 4 or 5 times, I can see why. Which is why I think he could adapt to that recoil thing he does, that double knees to the face, the Codebreaker, modified Codebreaker, or the shooting star presses his finishers, because only pull out the 630 in big matches, because that's just for him, for his body.
Yeah, I'll say this, and then I'll let Grant talk. I think this was Ricochet's best main roster match by far.
Oh, 100%.
Grant, you want to take it away?
Yeah, because now you look at Ricochet as a great talent. You look at him like you can be just as athletic as a person like Logan Paul. That's very impressive. And again, the fact that Paul had to cheat to win during a 20-minute match, it shows Ricochet can, he can handle with the big dogs in the company. And hopefully this does give him a little bit of a push. He starts to get into another feud on Raw, and he has another pay-per-view match down the road, or premium live event match down the road, because he's very impressive. Ricochet's been one of my favorites for a while, a high-flying wrestler, and, that always gets along with the crowd. The people's moonsault was cracking me up when Corey Graves said that. But overall, I thought it was a fantastic match, and honestly, it was the right winner. It did its job. It put both wrestlers over, and that was the exact point of the match.
Yeah, because Logan needed a win, and Ricochet was elevated in that. Sure, absolutely. But I will say, I like one match better than Logan and Ricochet's run on the main roster. And it's Ricochet and Samoa Joe at Stomping Grounds in 2019. That match, to me, was one of Ricochet's best matches in WWE, period. Because I personally enjoyed it. I thought Ricochet put on a hell of a match. That's when he won the U.S. title or something like that.
Yeah, Ricochet's best match to me in WWE, period, will always be Ricochet versus Adam Cole for the North American Championship. But moving on to the next match, what was more of like a finisher fest, if you will. Brock Lesnar versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And Sam, I want to start with you here. You're a big Cody fan.
I'm a Cody mark.
It seems like now WWE is going to start building up Cody to finish the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
And before we get into that, can we talk about the amount of F5s Cody ate during this match?
Yeah, I mean, the one where he went through the table and the table didn't break at first, it was brutal. Like he landed and then it took a second and then the table collapsed, which was brutal. Yeah, but Cody got his ass kicked for a majority of that match. He got a beating. We have a group chat, all three of us have a group chat. I remember saying, like, come on, let Cody do something here. Cody's just getting his ass kicked. I'm like, I was getting scared he was getting buried here. I was kind of getting a little scared because he wasn't doing anything. And then he started fighting back. I'm like, oh, okay, it's just this Brock beating the crap out of him. Then Cody's going to come back and prevail and win. Which is exactly what happened. The same thing happened in this match that happened at Backlash when Cody took the turnbuckle off and threw it in the crowd. Remember that? He also did that at Backlash in Puerto Rico. So, to me, this was their best match out of the three. Because this match went longer than 10 minutes. It actually went about 25 minutes. It was a great match. So, and the right man won, and Cody's going to probably get into some more major storylines, and then he'll probably... I don't know if he'll win the Rumble again. I think it's going to be somebody else who wins the Rumble, but I think he might like win an Elimination Chamber to get into the WrestleMania main event and challenge Roman, maybe, or something. Because I honestly think, I know we're thinking way out, but I think it's going to be Gunther winning the Rumble or somebody. Yeah. So if they put Cody in the Rumble and have Cody get eliminated last, like somebody throws out Cody to win the Rumble, that could put Cody in the Elimination Chamber, kind of have a little momentum lasting to the end. Cody goes into the Elimination Chamber, wins, and moves on and faces Roman, and then hopefully that will be the end of the Roman Reigns title reign, which I've been calling for to end for about a year now. But hopefully, finally, it ends in April in Philadelphia.
Grant, you want to talk about this?
I think what you do with Cody Rhodes moving forward, now, I don't know if you want to pull this trigger, but because he has now beaten Brock Lesnar, you move on to the next rivalry. What if he steps into the Jimmy and Jay feud?
Why?
Just saying, because he realizes that maybe I'm second.
Hold on a minute. He could, because he realizes that Jay needs help. Jay's all alone.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. But then that's also why Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are there too.
But KO is actually out now.
Oh, that's right. Kevin Owens sidelined for a little while. So, maybe Cody and Sami tag up with Jay, and then we have Jimmy, Solo, and Roman versus those three in a pay-per-view coming up. I don't know.
Well, Roman's not booked for the rest of the year.
Right. And
that will change because the Fox executives are going to go, ha, nice try. Let's get our big guy back on the show. But
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. But I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. You could definitely build a rivalry with a lot of people on Raw. Maybe
I think we get Cody Seth part 4.
Day target Cody next. I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll be interesting to see what direction they go.
Can we have Cody feud with the Judgment Day?
I think that's another way to really put Damian Priest over, make him look like a legit Money in the Bank winner. You have him Cody Rhodes. Why not? I'm for it.
Well, I know there's a story between Finn and Damian. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know if we should put Cody with Seth yet because he's the world champion. I don't want him winning that championship. I want him beating Roman for the WWE championship, right, or the undisputed Universal title or whatever the hell they call it now. I want Cody going after that title. So maybe you put him. Oh, hold on a minute. Maybe you put him in a storyline with Drew McIntyre. You turn Drew heel, put Cody against Drew. That match would be freaking awesome.
That would be a great match. But moving on now to the centerpiece of this was after the match. A Brock Lesnar handshake that doesn't end in an F5? This Brock embraced Cody, kind of was passing the torch, and I was reading, Brock took the gloves off and left them in the ring, and in MMA, that's a sign that you're done. You're retiring. I've heard multiple rumors that Brock's done. I've heard rumors that Brock's going on a hiatus for a while. I've heard that Brock is going to retire at WrestleMania 41 in Minneapolis.
Yeah, which hasn't been announced that's going to be in Minneapolis. But we all know it's going to be in Minneapolis because that's the favorite right now. And It's an amazing stadium. The Viking Stadium's fantastic, so I think it'll be a great place to put a WrestleMania. And then they'll put 42 in London and make the world happy. But anyway.
So I gotta ask you guys this, and Grant, I'll go into this. Do you think Brock Lesnar's on the end of his career now?
Well, when the handshake happened, I'm like, don't do it, Cody. Don't do it, Cody. And then the handshake happens. I'm like, oh, God, here comes the F5. They're going to make this feud go on longer. They're going to have a best of 5 instead of a best of 3. Brock raising Cody's hand. I'm like, what? I was starstruck. I was as starstruck as when Io Sky came out. I was like, Brock Lesnar did not F5 an opponent after a handshake. I was stunned. It just shows that he really does appreciate Cody's efforts over the last few months. They did have really good matches, and I do agree the finale was the best of the 3. And in terms of Brock Lesnar retiring, maybe he does retire at WrestleMania 41. I was about to say, it's not going to be yet. He probably will take a hiatus, maybe until the Royal Rumble, have him come out at number 30. You never know. But
give us Gunther versus Brock as the final 2.
Why not? Hey, I'm coming up with a good idea right there, right? Gunther versus
now,
Brock Lesnar.
Sam, do you want to piggyback off this Brock Lesnar talk?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, I have a pitch. Can we, if we take the belt off Gunther at some point after he becomes the longest reigning champ, can we make Gunther and Brock feud for WrestleMania? So that's my one request, please, from Triple H. So Brock, he did this a few years ago, actually. If you remember, it wasn't on TV. It was backstage. Remember the match that Brock had with AJ at Survivor Series all those years ago?
Phenomenal match, by the way.
No pun intended. But yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
Brock and AJ, Survivor Series 2017. One of the best matches Brock's had since he came back in 2012, and one of the best matches of AJ's career in WWE so far. Backstage, apparently Brock embraced AJ, and they shared some beers after the match.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so he embraced him and had some beers. I'm like, good. Okay, so now you put AJ Styles in Brock's good side, which is a good thing. So now Cody Rhodes in that same realm. So I think that's pretty cool. Maybe you could. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking what to do with Cody. Drew, maybe you put him with Gunther, but I don't.
We'll talk about Cody Rhodes the next time we get them together on the 3 Count podcast, which I want to remind you guys, on the 3 Count podcast, it will be coming to you in person the next time we're live.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
we'll have 3 microphones,
away now.
We'll have 3 microphones. We'll set up a camera and we'll do this. Cool. All right, but now moving on to the next match, which arguably got the biggest pop of the night.
Of course it did.
Oh, shocker.
The Battle Royal. And guys, I don't know if you want to say it with me. The man with everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. LA Knight finally getting the win that we've been desperately wanting him to win. I mean, guys, we wanted him to win the United States Championship at this event. It should have been LA Knight getting the United States Championship, but Papa H just teasing us as always in his vindictive ways. But,
speaking of the U.S. title, Austin Theory got eliminated so quickly.
We don't like Theory anymore. We don't care about him.
Yeah,
I don't care about him. He's lost me as a viewer. But let's get back to LA Knight real quick. LA Knight finally getting that win he deserves. I know Grant was a happy camper. I know Sam, LA Knight saw your Instagram story. Yeah. So
a few days ago, for those who don't know, I posted something on my Instagram story with I changed my Snap outfit to LA Knight LA Knight t-shirt. WWE get their own t-shirts on Snapchat, so I put the LA Knight t-shirt on and I tagged him and he saw it, which is pretty cool. And he liked the story, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so but I will say this about LA Knight. I knew he was winning the Battle Royal, especially when he beat Sheamus on SmackDown last Friday. When he beat Sheamus, I knew that LA Knight was winning that Battle Royal, and I'm glad he did. Because that match was actually it was a fun Battle Royal. Because they had some fun stuff going on. And I want to backtrack on Austin Theory. Not only did he get eliminated so quickly, he got eliminated by Santos Escobar.
That was the other thing I was going to comment on.
He was going to be challenging him for the U.S. title on Friday. How the hell do you not put the title on Santos now?
I don't
But
care for Santos.
also, what?
I don't care for the LWO. I don't care for Santos Escobar.
Unless Carlito comes back, then you'll care. But
yes,
Santos Escobar eliminated him. But why did Austin Theory not get a normal entrance like Miz, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Omos did? I mean, he's the freaking champion.
He is a champion in that.
Yep. I know we don't like him, but why didn't he get an entrance? I mean, he does have a great theme song. A-Town Down, scream it out. Sorry, I'm not gonna get you copyrighted. But why did he not? Why did he not? Come out and to entrance music? Why did he come out to the freaking SummerSlam theme song that was like "Born to Be" or whatever the hell it was, "Born to Be Wild"?
Now let me ask you guys this: what's next for LA Knight?
You just got to capitalize.
Do we get him in an IC title feud with Gunther?
On the merchandise, off this Battle Royal win, off this win with Sheamus. Personally, LA Knight and Sheamus are my two favorite wrestlers.
Keep LA Knight and Sheamus in a feud for now.
Have LA Knight and Sheamus feud. Winner of a match in a premium live event, get a shot at Gunther for the title.
Or maybe you move LA Knight to Raw and put him in the world title picture against.
I was gonna say
LA Knight dethrones Rollins?
Question mark. Rollins. The promos, those would be unmatched.
Now, let me talk to you, Seth.
Incredible.
It would go something like this. Let me talk to you. You got everybody out here singing your stupid song, but nada. The only song that they're singing is the Megastar, with everybody saying L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Oh my God, he probably would say something like that. And I will say though, I enjoy singing Seth's song, but that is 100% what LA Knight would say. But I enjoy singing Seth's song.
That's funny. Oh, I got it. Wow, that popped. That was good.
All right, the next match we're going to talk about is Gunther versus Drew, which, in my opinion, was a bit underwhelming. I thought it was going to be better, but my God, there was two people in that ring beating the hell out of each other, and the chests, the chops. I don't know about you guys, but I felt like my chest was hurting watching that match.
Both men's chests were just red, just absolutely meat red when they were with each other.
Do you know what it reminded me of? Okay, so when Bryan Danielson first came back to WWE, after he came out of retirement, remember the Greatest Royal Rumble, where his chest was super red within 5 minutes of him being in there? That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. It looked like they just got for 20 minutes is what that was. It was ridiculous. Well, 15 minutes. And plus, I will say this about the match. I agree with Tyler. Kind of underwhelming, but still great though. Hard hitting, great.
It was a great match. I expected it to last a few minutes longer, and ultimately, I mean, I think the moment of the match was the Claymore out of nowhere. I thought that absolutely stunned me. When Gunther kicked out at 2.5, I kind of sensed that was when he was going to win. But overall, it was a great match, and I guess a little underwhelming.
Hey, Grant, 1 second.
Gunther and Drew.
Guys, we're running out of time here, so what we're gonna do is after this one's up, we're gonna hop into another meeting.
Sounds
all right.
Good.
So we have more time. But yeah, I think this was huge for LA Knight. Wrong match. Sorry. I think this was huge for Drew, for Gunther, because WWE wants to forget about an Elvis impersonator as their longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? You're looking around.
I'm looking for the hopes and dreams of finding out who's going to dethrone Roman Reigns. But
nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I don't know. This match should have been better than it was. I'll say that.
As I mentioned, it should have been.
If you put these two guys in a match in front of a UK crowd, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
would
be. But
now going on, we already talked about Gunther versus Drew. We already talked about Asuka versus and the triple threat. We've got two more matches to talk about here. And then we're going to talk about more on the other one that we're going to get in late for.
Why you
So
yawn
let's-
at 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
I had to go to the DMV, okay? So acknowledge me for that.
Acknowledged.
But Seth versus Finn. What a match. Crappy ending, but what a match.
No, I disagree.
Actually, no, not crappy ending. I was gonna say that about Logan's match. Oh my god. Remember Michael Cole at the end of Roman's match? At the end of Logan Paul's match? Great match, terrible ending.
He goes, that was a great matchup, but the ending sucked. I'm like, yep.
Bingo, he's right on the money. Michael Cole's right.
Michael
Wait.
Cole was right indeed.
Move on to this match. Shout out to Michael Cole. He's now calling both Raw and SmackDown starting tonight, and he's calling all the PLEs. Let's go. Sorry.
Yeah. Congratulations to Michael Cole.
Michael Cole, that was a call from Endeavor, by the way, the new parent company of WWE. Endeavor was like, okay, Kevin Patrick sucks at play-by-play. Let's get Michael Cole as the voice of both shows. And they're like, okay, let's do it. So, there you go.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I want to talk about now, too, is this Seth versus Finn match. My God, what an incredible match. The story behind it, 7 years in the making. I mean, you had Finn do the powerbomb from 7 years ago to Seth's entrance with the ring gear from 7 years ago. You know, this match overall, what a story. And Mr. Smith, while he's hydrating, our good friend over at Straight Shoes, Santi, said this match was good, but the outcome was better. Because now you have Finn versus Damian, and the Judgment Day is going to implode.
Yep.
The Judgment Day is going to implode, and it's just going to be Dirty Dom and Rhea on their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Finn versus Damian's going to happen in a rivalry. We're going to see the implosion tonight on Raw. And by the way, guys, if you want us to, let us know if you want us to do Raw reactions in the future together. Down in the comments below.
That would be a great idea.
That'd be
We can
fun.
do Raw, SmackDown, NXT. We got to get Grant into NXT because I'm going to tell you something.
I do not follow NXT. At
Grant
all.
missed a hell of a match.
Great amount of attention to Raw and SmackDown, but
Grant
not
missed a
NXT.
hell of a match between Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes on NXT Great American
I've heard
Bash.
Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov are the top two guys, I would say, other than Braun Breaker. So
Grant and I are roommates. When we get back to school, I'm going to show you Carmelo versus Ilya Dragunov because that match was an absolute banger.
It's a match of the year contender for sure. Match of the year contender for sure.
Yes.
sounds good.
But yeah, so with that being said, let's talk about the match itself first between Rollins and Balor. What a match. What a
Great.
match.
Fantastic.
You know, but I think if they want to go Balor versus Rollins round 3, you got to bring out the Demon. You have to bring out the Demon.
I'm kind of shocked right out of the gate. I'm just going to say, I was stunned the Demon didn't come out. Oh, 7 years went by.
Dude, I want the purple and
You
black
played-
Demon
you
itself.
played Seth in 2016 SummerSlam. You came out as the Demon. You should have came out as the Demon on Saturday, Mr. Balor. Just saying.
I agree. I don't think the Demon. Yes, it's SummerSlam, but I don't think the Demon was right for that specific storyline. I think he just wanted. I think they just needed Finn and Seth to wrestle, which is exactly what they did. I don't think the Demon was really necessary for this one, but in my personal opinion. But yeah, this match was great. Awesome match. It was match of the night. Finn and Seth absolutely tore the house down. I will say it was a little slow at points, but it picked up, especially near the end when Damian, Dom, and Rhea got involved and they tried to screw Seth out of the title. I will say the ending was so perfect because I know I'm kind of getting ahead of it, but when Damian slid the briefcase in the ring and then Finn went to grab it and then Seth curb stomped him, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And Damian's face was just like, really? Like he's like, oh shoot, I screwed up. So, awesome. Great stuff.
No, the ending was absolutely fantastic. And overall, the story for the past month was absolutely fantastic. I mean, round of applause here. You're getting Dom, Priest, Rhea involved. It's awesome. It really is fantastic.
I want to piggyback off that. Did you guys see the Triple H in the press conference? He was like, at the Judgment Day, it's tricky, because the Bloodline, you have a distinct leader in Roman. The Judgment Day, it could be Rhea, could be Finn, could be Damian, but it ain't going to be Dom. That's for sure.
Oh no, definitely not. That's hysterical.
But we're
Yeah.
gonna end this one right now, folks. Do not go anywhere. We're gonna come back, talk about the storyline of where the Judgment Day goes, and we're gonna talk about Tribal Combat Oos. We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about what's next and what our expectations are here. Guys, stay tuned. Check your emails for a link. Stay tuned to the Swiss Sports Show, the 3 Count Podcast.
Cool.
One, here we go. Welcome back, guys, to the Swiss Sports Show, and we have breaking news from Sam Smith himself. Sam, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so it just got announced that last Friday, 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, Sonya Deville tore her ACL in a tag match with her and Chelsea against Bianca and Charlotte. They're going to address it tonight on Raw. From what I'm thinking is they're going to once again relinquish the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Man, those titles are cursed. And well wishes to Sonya, but man, those titles are so freaking cursed. How many times have those titles been relinquished because somebody got hurt?
So many, and it really sucks for Chelsea Green too, because she was really getting over with the fans finally. So just an unfortunate situation all around.
Yeah, I love the way Samantha Irvin introduces her, but also I think Chelsea's gonna do something else. I think she's gonna probably either get a new tag partner, or she could just go into singles feuds with people, because Chelsea has the ability to be the caring character against somebody else in a singles feud. But all in all, sucks to hear. Sonya's work was getting a lot better in the past year, so was really cheering for them to have a long title reign. Kind of sucks, but hopefully she'll make a speedy and full recovery from her torn ACL.
Yeah. Now let's get back into what we were talking about before. The Judgment Day feud. I think we see the removal of Damian Priest, and JD McDonough joins the Judgment Day.
Ooh.
What do you guys think about that? You know what? What do we think about this feud in general now? Where do we think this goes? How long do you think it is till we see fists thrown between Finn and Damian?
It happens tonight. I think they're gonna brawl tonight. I think Finn's gonna say, "I've had enough of you costing me the world title. I'm gonna kick your," and then they start fighting. I think everybody goes their separate ways. I think Dom and Rhea stay together because they're just dynamite right now. Damian's gonna be a babyface again, I think.
Senor Money in the Bank.
Well, Senor Money in the Bank is gonna be the babyface and out of the situation, and Finn's gonna be even more of a vicious heel, not jealous, but like an angry heel. I think that's what he's gonna do, and I think it'll work. I think Damian is starting okay. Early June, I went to a WWE live event here in my hometown. Okay, I went and saw, and Damian was getting babyface reactions.
Really?
He got a pop when he came out.
By the way, you guys can still hear me good, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I'm just changing my location. I'm getting uncomfortable in my chair.
Okay.
But continue.
Yeah, he was getting babyface reactions from the crowd.
Yeah, Damian Priest has always really been one of my favorites to come out of NXT in a long, long time.
Same.
I just love Damian, man.
His in-ring work is amazing, man.
The thing that really put me over the top with him is his feud with Bad Bunny.
Yeah. I think that really grew his character quite a bit. That made him look really powerful. Even though he lost, he was still getting the crowd over, especially when he flipped Bad Bunny through the table, instead of shooting arrow through the table. That was incredible. That move was great, and I think that really put himself over. Maybe one of the main reasons why he won Money in the Bank. I think what they're doing now with having Damian constantly betray Finn, it's obviously long-term storytelling, and I think it's great, and I am ready for the rivalry. And I agree, Rhea and Dom, they should split separate ways. They should stay together, do their own thing. But, it's time we get the Balor Priest feud. We've been looking right at it for the last month. and
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
it's ready to break down.
By the
and
way,
it's
do I
probably gonna
look
happen
blurry to you
tonight.
guys?
You looked the same as you did before, so you're fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I think this is gonna be a great feud.
Yeah.
We get babyface Damian back again.
Yeah.
About time.
I hope he
Just-
brings back the old music too with the dun, dun. I won't play
Yeah.
the music. I can play the music, but I'm not going to. But
Playlist consists of a lot of WWE songs.
mine?
Yeah.
Yes. I will send a screen recording of my playlist on Spotify, and you'll see a bunch of WWE songs.
I was driving on my
WWE songs on my playlist.
My-
Me too.
My
I was on my
playlist-
way home, right? For getting my driver's license. I queued up Roman's theme song because I just felt so happy. But yeah, I mean, I really think this is gonna be a good feud. It's gonna be nice to see Damian get out of the purple and black and see Damian back in his old gear. But now let's talk about it's Tribal Combat, Oos.
We forgot about a match.
What match?
Ronda and Shayna.
Nah,
how
who
much-
cares?
And how about sucked?
Yeah, we're not talking about it.
Hey, but we're not going to talk about Ronda potentially dispersing for good.
Yeah.
No, she's not worth our time.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to talk about it, Grant?
I think, listen, it wasn't a good match, but I
No.
think you guys are being a little too harsh. It was an MMA style fight, like they said it was. And hey, Ronda
There
had
was a couple
punch.
gruesome spots. I'll say that.
No, and I know. And Shayna, I mean, at first when the match first began, she kicked Ronda out of the ring with that boot to the head. That was impressive, but ultimately, yeah, the match, it kind of fell flat. The crowd was dull for the entirety of it, and
Yeah.
it was about 8 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't.
What are you gonna do?
No, it wasn't good at all.
It
I've heard
wasn't good,
I've heard
but-
Ronda's going back to MMA though, to UFC.
Ooh.
Because-
I hope Ronda like settles down and actually starts spending time with her kids and her family. Okay, because Ronda's done it all in MMA and in WWE. Really, if you think about it, she's a former multi-time women's champion. I hope that she just settles down for a while and hangs out with her husband and her kids and her stepkids. But anyway, that's besides the point. Now on to Tribal Combat.
Yes.
Let's talk about Roman and Jay.
Yeah, Sam, you want to take the lead on this one?
Yeah, so as you know, main event of SummerSlam, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Tribal Combat, Universal title on the line. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The match fell flat to me. It wasn't what I was expecting. And plus, WWE, you lied. You said that there would be no interference till after the match. They did say it. I'll send you a screenshot. You can put it in the video. There was supposed to be no interference until the match ended. They announced it on SmackDown. And they said, and then Jimmy and Solo interfere.
Yep. I didn't even know about that first part, but I was very disappointed. And when Solo did come out at first, I was really like,
We all
here
knew
we
Solo.
go
was coming out.
again. This
We all
is
knew
how
Solo
you
was
know
coming
it's a Roman title defense. Oh, it's a no disqualification match. We don't need to knock out the referee this time. No, but obviously we're still gonna have Solo interfere. It was
By the way,
ridiculous.
guys, I want to ask a question. Has Roman ever in this title reign won a match clean?
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter, and it was apparently against Braun Strowman on SmackDown. I'm only getting that from
That's
Twitter.
it.
No, there's more. There's more. There's more.
Maybe that was
Last
the most
time.
recent one.
The last time he beat somebody clean was Riddle on SmackDown last year.
Yeah,
Oh, with that sick ass spear.
yeah.
That was the last time Roman beat somebody clean.
But yeah, I want to talk about this. The match itself was decent. I definitely think Jay and Roman's best match was the Hell in a Cell I Quit match.
Yes, I agree.
That was still their best match. And this should have been the payoff match. This should have been the match that Jay won. Jay should have won this match. But
No.
it's gonna be Cody. that
Mhm.
ends the reign. We'll talk about who else we think could be end the reign in a little while. But I mean, this bloodline storyline, man, has gotten me so mentally unstable the last 3 months. Like,
Yeah.
it's just it makes no sense why Jimmy turned.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes.
Sam was
Then
explaining this to
explain
me.
this.
His point of view makes sense. I don't agree with it at all, but Sam, you'll explain, and I see where you're coming from.
So, 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, after Money in the Bank, they brawl at the beginning of SmackDown. Roman and Solo beat the crap out of Jimmy and Jay. Jimmy goes in a hospital. Jay goes with them. But Jay leaves Jimmy at the hospital, comes back, and challenges Roman to a match at SummerSlam. That doesn't make sense to me. Why does Jay have to leave Jimmy? Jimmy's feeling jealous about the whole situation. Jimmy thinks that he used his brother's injury to get himself in a world title match at SummerSlam. He feels jealous. So that's why Jimmy turned. He's like, no. You are not going to use my injury to get yourself the world championship. No, I want to kick your head off. So there's that. And I think that it made perfect sense. I was stunned. I didn't see it coming. But when I thought about it, it made a lot of sense pretty quickly to me why Jimmy turned on Jay. But I hope some of you understand where I'm coming from. I know a lot of people said, oh, it didn't make sense. Yes, it did. Think about it. Take
When
30
Sam
seconds.
said that, it made sense to me.
Yeah,
And re-listening to it, it continues to make sense.
Take 30 seconds and think about why this may make sense. And then
It makes sense.
there you go. So Jimmy felt betrayed by Jay for leaving him to go fight Roman at SummerSlam, and it was all jealousy. And I don't think Jimmy goes back with Roman either. I don't think that happens either. I think Jimmy just kind of goes on his own and just beats up Jay. I think Jimmy and Jay are going to have a storyline while Roman and Solo go fight somebody else. I think that's what's going to happen. Personally, I think the Usos go their separate ways, and I think Roman and Solo will face somebody else.
So many people on social media are so concerned about like the Usos not sharing the same theme song now. And I'm sorry. I'm thinking like this is a top 3 tag team of all time. They have just split after like a decade of working together. And
Wait,
y'all
does this mean
theme songs?
Does this mean that we get I'm on top, so look at my feet?
I hope
Okay.
so.
So, did you see Jay's entrance when he was going like this in the corner and the entire crowd was doing it?
Yeah.
Jay better keep that song. Not Jimmy better get like a new maybe like a heel version of that song or a heel version of the old Siva Tao song that they had back in the day with the face paint. A heelish version of that. That could be really good. Because I think Jay knows how to control a crowd now. Jay's gotten that from Roman how to keep the crowd in the palm of your hand.
And I want to talk about another thing that's coming very soon, and that's the turn of Solo Sikoa.
Yes, I can smell it.
I thought this was going to happen months ago. I'm not even going to lie. I thought this would have happened by now. But it hasn't. For whatever reason, it hasn't. But
can I pitch this for WWE? Survivor Series or Royal Rumble, I don't care. Can we have a 4-way between the 4 cousins? Roman, Solo, Jimmy, Jay, 4-way World Championship. Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, hell. WrestleMania for all I care.
No WrestleMania. That's going to ruin Cody's moment again.
Okay. Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, yeah.
4-way for the world title. Roman, Solo, Jimmy, Jay. When Solo eventually turns on Roman, and then it'll be a 4-way.
I hope at that point the Usos are going to hate each other. Solo at this point is going to be like, I've had it with the 3 of you, and then Roman's obviously going to be Solo. And then is that when Roman wins a championship match clean?
Well, he'd have to be because
they could pull the trigger. I mean, Paul Heyman's not going to do nothing. You pulled the trigger right there. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is literally, you're going to have to wait for the 4-way match for the next time you're going to see Roman Reigns win a title match that does not have any interference. And
I've heard rumors, and this is also according to me. I think Solo is going to be the one to dethrone Gunther.
I could see that. I could see that, but then I feel like Gunther would go after Roman,
which is what I want.
so they could
maybe
set something up for the
Roman needs
Rumble,
needs to get his butt kicked, and who better would do that to get your butt kicked by than the Ring General Gunther?
But who want to set it up for like the Royal Rumble? You could, but I would just rather Gunther win the
question.
Rumble.
Question: who would be the face and who would be the heel in that situation?
Gunther would be face.
Gunther would be face.
I don't want Gunther to be a baby face, and I don't want Roman to be a baby face right now. So, no.
I mean, you could have a heel versus heel
title. I'm for Solo winning the Intercontinental title. I'm all for it. I just don't think that Roman and Gunther should face off when both of them are heels, and I don't want either of them to turn right now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now let's talk about another thing real quick too in this. I've also heard that Umaga's son is supposed to be coming to Jacob is supposed to be coming to WWE very soon.
Oh God, it's gonna be somebody else who's gonna help. Who's gonna kiss Roman's ass? Oh, here we go.
He's not.
What?
Jacob is gonna adapt Umaga's gimmick.
Isn't that Solo?
In a way, yes.
Same thing.
But this is it's gonna be like a whole tribal memorial battle, I've heard.
Oh boy, more tribal. Let me get a normal match and put tribal in front of it. That's what they're doing.
Now let's talk about some things that are non-SummerSlam related, and that looks like the Hurt Business is reforming.
Yes, 1,000 times yes. Lashley, Street Profits, they look bad.
Yeah, it looks like we're also going to get Trick and Mello in it at some point.
No, Trick and Carmelo split. I don't know if you caught NXT last Tuesday. They went their separate ways. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams are still friends, but Trick said he's trying to be his own man. So
I think we're going to get Trick in the faction.
Fantastic. I think that's awesome. I think he'll be that'll be a badass group. And I loved how they're trying to book them as heels, yet the crowd absolutely went crazy for all three of them. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious. You can't make them heels now. The crowd loves Lashley, and they love the Street Profits. You can make them more serious baby faces for sure, but you can't make them heels. I don't think you can. If you go back and listen to the clip on SmackDown, listen to the crowd reaction when Bobby and the Street Profits were standing there on the stage looking all like badass and stuff. They were getting massive cheers from the crowd. You can't turn them heel. Serious baby faces, like, when Brock's a baby face, serious in the ring and looks serious on the mic.
Yeah.
Make them that. Make them like that. I think that's fine by me.
And Bobby Lashley's another one, whether heel or face, you can pull it off because he's done both numerous times. You can pull it off.
I want Lashley versus Roman again,
Street Profits. Why not? I think that would be great.
I want Lashley versus Roman.
I was about to say Lashley is one that I'm kind of shocked hasn't fought Roman yet, but
another one whenever he eventually comes back. Can we have Randy versus Roman? Why haven't they crossed paths in this title reign?
I mean, they
would have by now. If Randy wasn't hurt, they definitely would have by now.
Well, no, but in a one-on-one feud. I know you're trying to say they had like that tag team feud. I want a one-on-one feud between Randy.
Oh yeah.
Because that would be freaking awesome. But Roman and Lashley, that would also be freaking cool. That would be really cool if they pull.
And now let's talk about Drew. Pull the trigger and make him heel.
That's what I was saying earlier. When Cody, his next opponent, should be a heel Drew McIntyre. Yes, it should.
So how do you think that's going to happen? You think Drew turns heel like relatively soon? Do you think he costs Cody a match?
I think he turns heel tonight. Based on the way he walked. Based on the way he walked out at SummerSlam, he had that look in his eyes.
Yeah. Drew turning heel, that could be really interesting. Oh, and by the way, can I talk about what Sheamus said about Roman?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about this?
Funny. I did. That was
Sheamus
hysterical.
pretty much buried Roman Reigns' entire title reign. He was doing an interview with the Daily Mail in the UK, and he said that it's really nice when you get to work 5 matches a year and be a top star and don't show up to work half the time. I was like,
wow.
damn. I'm like, maybe that's Roman's next feud. Maybe it's Sheamus.
No, I don't want that. I don't want to see my guy lose a million matches in a row.
Maybe Sheamus of more elevated in the world title pictures. He's kind of been mid card. Maybe you put Sheamus back in the main event with Roman. Because I think it would be fun, hard hitting match for
It
sure.
would be a great match, absolutely. But
why not? And plus,
I think I know who Gunther's next.
Gunther and Gable.
Gunther and Gable, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Grant, did you see the match on Monday between Gunther and Gable? It was supposed to go 5 minutes, and then he couldn't beat him, so technically Gunther lost, and then they fought again later that night. Right after that, they restarted the match, and Gable suplexed Gunther and almost beat him.
Really?
Yeah. Gable, can we? I don't know how. I don't need to have Gable win. That's not the point. Can Gunther just fight Gable and have an awesome?
Gable is a fantastic athlete. I've always gave him credit, and
he
that's
has
good what he's doing with Alpha Academy. That's great, but he could survive on his own as a solo competitor too.
And he has the charisma to be a babyface. The shoosh and the thank you and all that stuff, and he just this charismatic, the way he speaks. He could get over with the crowd because he's smaller.
He already has gotten over with the crowd.
Well, really
moving locations again, guys.
Yeah, because he's smaller, right? Because look what happened to Rey Mysterio. Immediately got over when he came to WWE because he was smaller. Ricochet over with the crowd. He's smaller. Gable, he could get over, absolutely. And plus, the crowd oohs and ahs every single time he suplexes somebody that doubles weight. So yeah, we just have Gable and Gunther have a match at Payback or something.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
That'd be great. At least give him his title shot. I mean, they gave Riddle a title shot, and the other guy he fought at the pay-per-view before Money in the Bank. What the heck?
Backlash.
Who did he fight at Backlash again?
Who, Gunther?
Yeah.
That was Riddle.
Oh, that was Riddle. Okay. Well, I was blanking for a second. What? You've already kind of started off
Now I'm actually gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't remember. I thought it was someone else. I could have sworn to God it was someone else.
Gunther has put on bangers this year with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
That's what I'm saying. He can put up a good match with anybody, so that's why Chad Gable is worth building a feud with potentially.
Give him 10 minutes of Payback and have an awesome match. Hell, even 15, for all I care. And plus, the promos could be funny with Maxine Dupree and
Gunther didn't fight at Backlash.
What?
The match card right here is Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Seth freaking Rollins defeated Omos.
That was a cool match.
What was the pay-per-view in, was it June? Oh my God!
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. Thank you. I'm forgetting about one between Backlash and Money in the Bank.
That was the one that was in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes.
I don't think he fought at that either.
I was I remember watching.
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. That's what I'm saying. You put Gunther against Mustafa Ali and Riddle, you could put him against Chad Gable. You could do that. It would work. Yeah.
And then after Gable, you can put him with Ricochet.
Yeah, why not?
There you go.
Isn't Ricochet the one Gunther beat for the title?
Yeah.
Long-term storytelling. Ricochet. Unreal.
So now let's get into this. I want to do a little bit of conversation here, and
all right. Well, my computer's dying, so we gotta.
Yeah. Of course, we're gonna talk about this. What is your guys' greatest wrestling match or favorite wrestling match of all time? Sam, I'm going to start with you.
Shawn and Taker, WrestleMania 25. It's my favorite match ever.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
40 minutes, and they just absolutely beat the crap out of each other. The storytelling was there. Grant completely disagrees with me, but that's fine.
No, it was a great match, and when I saw it for the first time this year, it was absolutely not. I mean, it's
Well, you made him watch the match?
Michaels.
I made him watch the match. Well, most of us were in the room. Our friend Kyle and stuff like that was in the room. Grant had never seen the match before that time we watched it, and he said, "Wow, you picked a hell of a match to watch, bud."
It was an absolute banger. But I'm gonna go with something that I remember watching when I was a little kid, and
Don't even say it's Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds.
That match pretty much made me become a Sheamus fan, but in terms of actual funny enough Daniel Bryan, my favorite match ever is the triple threat. Orton, Batista, Bryan. The ending was fantastic. The crowd pop was enormous. Great match. And it was a great match. It was a half hour of just
all right.
Orton and Batista beating the crap out of each other, and then Bryan, the underdog, comes out of nowhere. And
next question I got for you guys.
Tap out for the win.
Who is someone that should be in the Hall of Fame that isn't in the Hall of Fame?
In all of sports, Pete Rose would be the easy answer, but for wrestling?
Oh, Grant died. Grant's computer died.
All right, Sam, continue with you. Grant, thank you for coming on today.
He was just about to say it too, which is hilarious. Catch you next time on Dragon Ball Z. What was it? I just had a thought before he left. The Rock. Why the hell is he not in the Hall of Fame yet?
For me, it's one guy. One word. Umaga.
Fair.
I think Umaga belongs to go in. I mean, could you imagine the impact he would have on this storyline if he was still alive?
Oh, man.
And the fact where whenever he did that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anybody else who should be in the Hall of Fame that isn't.
Chris Benoit.
No, we're not putting
as a technical wrestler, he is one of the greatest.
But no, you can't put him in the Hall of Fame after that. You cannot put Benoit in the Hall of Fame. But here's somebody you can put in the Hall of Fame for the women's side of things. Why the hell is Victoria not in the Hall of Fame?
She was good.
She was very good. She was fantastic. Oh my God, she pretty much made a lot of careers.
All right.
She should be in the Hall. She should have been
down right now. Oh. Sam says Victoria.
She should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago.
Did Grant text the group chat?
I have it on Do Not Disturb. I have no idea. Hold on. Let me check. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can still see you too.
Let me get my charger. Okay.
Oh, so he's gonna come back.
He's gonna come back. His computer just died. Perfect. Charger. Hold on.
Let me get it. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna turn this off.
Okay.
I can still hear you. So keep talking.
Great.
But yeah, MAGA dude in this storyline would have been fucking fantastic, dude.
It really would have been if yeah.
And I just swore there, and I apologize.
I think I said something earlier in the show.
You said ASS, but that's all right.
Yeah. No, but yeah, Umaga would have been great in the storyline.
Yeah, sure. Mr. Flood.
Is he back?
I just got my charger, so we're ready to roll again.
Okay, good.
Right, so who are you gonna say?
I was gonna say for wrestlers should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna go with Umaga, and I don't know if you guys were just talking.
Hey, that's who I said.
About him.
Yeah, I think so. He was such a dominant wrestler for a while, and his career was kind of cut short, but because he passed away in 2009, but
yeah, 2010
or 2010. So overall, his career lasted. It could have lasted way longer, and I thought he had a pretty good feud with John Cena. So I'll go with Umaga.
No, yes, Jeff Hardy should be in, but not.
No, I'm saying Jeff Hardy's feud with him.
Oh, the feud. The match at One Night Stand, the Falls Count Anywhere match was probably one of his best matches. For sure. The Falls Count Anywhere match was fantastic. Yeah. I was saying, Grant, that The Rock should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not, but he should be. And then also another one that I said, Victoria, the women's wrestler.
Yep, Victoria's definitely a big one. I mean, technically speaking, like, if The Rock was to never fight again, induct him. Why not? You know, like you inducted The Undertaker already and Shawn
Oh, wait.
Michaels, and he still fought. So
Wasn't Batista supposed to go in the Hall of Fame, then COVID hit?
Yeah.
Batista's
Batista needs to go.
obviously another one. You gotta get the animal in there.
He's got to get in the Hall of Fame for sure.
All right.
Hold on. Do you think
I know he's in AEW now, but I would also say Christian and Chris Jericho should be going in very
Yeah.
soon.
yes?
All right,
Absolutely.
last question I got for you guys. Who should dethrone Roman?
There's
Don't
no.
know the answer to this. Another question.
Yeah. There's.
All right.
We already answered this question. It's gonna be Cody Rhodes.
I want to get you guys into an argument.
Adrenaline in my soul. Next question.
All right. We're going to play this or that until we have a definitive winner here. Theme song edition.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Round 1. L.A. Knight. Yeah. Or Sheamus. Who has the better theme song?
LA Knight.
Currently, LA Knight. If we're talking written in my face, Sheamus, then Sheamus. But currently, LA Knight.
All right. L.A. Knight moves on to our next round. Roman Reigns, head of the table, or Kingdom?
Oh, don't make me pick. I love them both. If I had to pick, I'm going Cody personally.
I'm going Cody personally. I would rather listen to like lyrics than just a piano. But
Although Roman's
both
music,
are great. They're great.
yeah, Roman's music's fantastic.
Bobby Lashley's current one.
Okay.
The one there, no. Or A-Town Down.
Oh, A-Town Down. That song's a bop.
I disagree. I think Lashley's theme song's better, but
All right, guys. Now, rock, paper, scissors for on TV.
What?
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, quick.
Scissors,
Shoe.
rock,
Paper, scissors,
scissors,
shoe. Aye.
All right,
A-Town
A-Town Down moves on.
Fury. Okay.
The NWO
Ooh.
Ooh.
or the Shield. I'm going NWO.
NWO.
I'm going NWO as well.
Although Shield's
That's
music,
tough. The Shield's theme was great, but NWO was better.
NWO.
Mark Henry's
Ooh.
or Carmelo Hayes.
Mark Henry, because it's more iconic, in my opinion, but I do like Carmelo Hayes themes too. But I'm gonna go Mark Henry.
I'm gonna go with someone called to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, right.
Edge.
Okay.
Edge or CM Punk.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Yeah,
Cult of Personality is like an actual like song you would hear on the radio though. And I do like that song a lot.
Which one? Which CM Punk song? This Fire Burns or Cult of Personality?
Oh, Cult of Personality.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I figured.
I'm going Edge.
I gotta go Cult of Personality. But Edge is great as well. But I just like Cult of Personality like as an actual song. So
Tyler, are you gonna make us rock, paper, scissors, shoot again?
No,
I
I'm
think-
choosing this time, and I'm going with Edge.
All right.
okay. It's valid.
All right.
It's valid.
The Undisputed Era
Ooh.
or my brother says hi.
Hi, brother.
The Undisputed Era theme song or D-Generation X.
Generation X by a country
Generation
mile.
X, it's 100% a better.
Yeah. Although the shock the system at the beginning is great, but DX for sure.
Now I'm gonna do another one, a quick AEW one. Judas or it's all about the boom.
I'll do this because the crowd can actually sing along to the entire song.
All right. Now in WWE, one last one: the Judgment Day theme song or Imperium.
Oh, Imperium's theme song. I think
Oh,
definitely.
it's
is
not
better,
that
but it's good. They're both good.
it's not that easy for me to pick. because the other side is great. Alter Bridge is fantastic. So hard. Imperium because it's more badass than the Judgment Day. Although Judgment Day song, in my opinion, I like it more. But Imperium fits the character more, which is why I'm going.
All right,
Imperium.
so now the final question here. The two finals, I've eliminated everybody else's. Kingdom or LA Knight?
What?
What?
I thought you were gonna do Kingdom versus Edge's theme.
Oh yeah, Kingdom versus Edge.
That would have been a lot, because no offense to LA Knight's team, and it is a Bob Cody's would have won by a mile. Now we
Right.
have a question.
Cody or Edge? Oh, jeez. Because they're both like on my playlist and they're both amazing songs.
They're both great.
On this day, hey, I see clear.
You're going Edge?
Nope.
Okay, so he's going Cody.
Adrenaline. I'm going Cody.
Because they're both really, really good
They're
songs.
both so good songs,
They both
dude.
fit the character so well. I'm going Cody because you don't hear when Edge comes out, you don't hear the whoa part. You don't hear them screaming a certain lyric of a song. They just go.
Because they are singing the literal up until
Right.
Yeah, they're literally singing like the whole like first like few lines of the song.
So we're unanimous. We're going Cody.
Yeah, I'm going Cody, but are you going?
I think I'm going Edge, but they're both.
Well, Grant,
close.
you're outnumbered. So
I'm outnumbered, and Cody's theme is great. Kingdom is awesome.
all right, ladies and
So
gentlemen, that will do it for the Swiss Sports Show, episode 7, I think. I have to check. Episode 2 of the 3 Count Podcast. Guys, you know what? I think what we're going to continuously do with the 3 Count Podcast is start our own separate here so we can upload consistently, do raw reactions, live streaming that. Sam, I know you know more about live streaming than I do. So
Yeah.
we can definitely do that when we get back.
Yeah.
Sam,
also-
Grant.
Stream the Bruins, so the Bruins would take precedent over Raw. Maybe we can, if we just do pay-per-views, that might be better.
Yeah, pay-per-views would be
Nice.
great
The
too.
Bruins, and when the NFL season comes around for me, the Jaguars take precedent over wrestling as well. So.
Yeah.
So we can definitely watch.
We can definitely film.
watch.
We're gonna have time to watch and film. So
We'll
don't.
do some live streams to pay-per-views and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, well, there's a pay-per-view that's coming back right when we get back.
okay, so Payback's the night before we move back. It's the night before. It's Saturday, September 2nd. We go back to 3rd. It sucks.
Well, isn't there another one when we get back? The one in India?
I don't know if they're live streaming that because they haven't announced anything about that. But I know after that they're gonna do Fastlane on October 7th.
So that might be our first stream.
That could be our first one, or at least our like filming our reactions to stuff at least.
Yeah. But all right, guys, we're running out of time here. From Sam, Grant, and Tyler, this was the 3 Count. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. This episode will be uploaded.
Did you say same?
I said Sam.
Oh, okay, it sounded like you said same. Sorry, I was gonna say.
Thank
screw
you, everybody, for tuning in. And yeah, we will see you guys when we're back live at school in just a few weeks.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, see you later.